Hello guys then, and welcome to another episode of Manor Farm Let's Play. So as promised, we're going to be doing the stacking and carting and everything today. Did change over the tractor on the Bale trailer because we needed the vent to finish off the baling. These are the bales from field. Is it 7 or something? Let's see. Yeah, 5 and 7. The remaining ones from 5 and 7. I doubt that's gonna fit in there. Might do, maybe. Novel. There we go. Right. Need to unstrap them actually. Let's pop in here. There we go. Right. Level 2. Two mines just to. I think what I'll do is I'll fill the trailer, and then whatever's left can go to the main farm, rather than rather than like just take this and empty it and then. So it won't be a full trailer, but it shouldn't matter too much. There's a fair few bales in here actually, considering it's not too big. I did of course unload the load and stack the load that was on the 700. Yeah. I'll put all these on here and I'll come back in a second, I think. Right then, I'll just take this back to the farm. Yeah. That's the stack thus far. There we go. Right. Let's drop this down. At least most of them are on a vague line. There was one here, but it's not really in the right place. There we go. Just grab a quick thumbnail, I think. There we go. And on we go. It's not too bad entrance in this one. Really, they've got angled fence there, so not too bad. Until such a point that we got bales in here, this bit, or something, then I'll just put them. Do this. It's the easiest way, and we'll just unstrap them. Very short distance to be strapping up this many bales, but yeah. Oops. Yeah, so yeah, we need to work out somewhere to store this actually, and we'll probably just leave the bale trailer down here at this yard. There's plenty of there's room down here. There's not so much room at the other farm. Right. we'll put her on one row on, build it up as we go. If we need, well, I'm not too fussed. I was going to say, if we need an extra bale, I suppose we could just pinch an extra one, but we don't really. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's going to be being pulled down in the not so distant future. Although having said that, we can't do, like, we're going to be limited by how long. We can't speed up any time for them to give us profit because of the shortage of water for them. Next lot. I always think it's strange why people like watching me stack, but it's surprisingly popular. Yeah, I do quite like this trailer actually. It's quite nice. Good size. It is a bit tight to get it into the track, but you know, it's not too bad as long as you make sure you take a nice swing. We could well not get another, well, definitely won't be another full level, but whether it's part of a level, it probably will be, but it won't be like all the way across to the end, so I'll put this one on now. Yeah, so what do you guys want to see in the next episode? And I'll try and do whatever it is you want to be done next. We could start the harvest. I don't think we're going to get to a new combine, so so we could start that side, or we could continue with some. Whoa! Oh dear, there is one to come off separately anyway, so end of the world. But yeah, we could start grasswork for silage, although we don't really need silage just yet because of course we got the bales. But we could definitely look into starting the harvest. I think it's probably the next step, but let me know guys what you want to see. And I guess this one's next. So hopefully we're not going to knock any off this time. The Royal Bale fork I did try to fix. There was no. It was a telehandler fork, as it turned out, but it still wasn't even very good for that really, because it fell over every time you dropped it off. So we wouldn't even use it for the telehandler. So yeah, I just sold that. Unfortunately we lost a bit of money on that, but not too much I suppose. It's just the gamble you take with mods. third layer on. I do think it's pretty cool that we've got more and more maps are starting to put like lights on that have like light switches, which is pretty cool. I think certainly useful for stacking, because you just fit that switch, and in the shed you do need to see that bit more. Then I mean, you could put your field lights on in there, but that's another option. But I'd rather not, because obviously you don't need them on when we're in and out all the time. Yeah, we're gonna have to start the next row. How many is... There's 5 there, so we're going to be almost finishing the next row. Yeah, I didn't actually know how many bales we completely produced in the end, because that counter resets itself every time you log off or close the game down, so, which is a bit of a pain really. I could do with a better version, but there might even be one. I haven't seen one, but there might be one. If you guys know of one, sure to let me know. It's not a very big stack, but it's not a very big map, so we don't need a great deal. Although, having said that, we do now need hay in both silage, like the feeding of pure hay, although you can use silage if you want. It's hay or silage, and then it's hay in the mixed ration as well. What I think we'll do in the future though is use silage bales for direct feeding of silage, and then use silage from the pit to do for the mixed ration. It is useful having this extra space actually. Let's just push them on a bit. There we go. We of course do need to feed grass as well, and that is another requirement of the of level 17 for the feeding. Obviously you didn't have to do that in 15, but we do now, so we're going to have to look at either getting some pure grass bales and using them, or just having to cut a field constantly or regularly, and getting hay or grass rather from the wagon. We're probably going to do bales because it's just easier really storage wise, although we could just like empty a wagon out into one of these sheds if we needed to. There we go then. That's it for this shed, so we'll come out of here I think. Flip the light off as well. There we go. In case you're wondering how I do it, some like things that have animation map trigger on them will use left click and right click, like the metal gates, the British style metal gates, whereas these gates on this entrance uses the button O, but for those doors you have to press and hold left to open and right to close. So there's just several different variations, so if it's not working for you in the way that you've been used to it on, say, Chellington, that's just single click, then just try pressing hold in or pressing O or whatever. It just depends what particular door that is, or gate. does turn out that this unnumbered field here it actually has it's the drilled type of grass, so we can put seed and fertilizer just on this field. We won't have to plough it in, which will be useful. But I mean, you can put it on the other fields, it's just that they won't see where it is, so that'll be a bit harder. I want to do some maize and whole crop at some point in this, and probably get Ingagri for that, like we did on Brompton. Just because obviously I don't really want to be that slow at tarting ourselves. Get another person on. Yeah, it'll be Ingagri or just individual people, like we did when we did the whole crop when we rented Ingagri chopper. Though I don't think we don't have a rental chopper anymore, but we can still use maybe get one of their guys to come in with their chopper, and then we provide trailers or something like that, but it'll be a long way off, so we can sort it out close to the time. I just left the, in case anyone's wondering why I left the top tines down, so that's just for road transport really, and obviously as we don't need them, I've just left them down, so no point raising them all the time. Right then, as you've seen this before, I'll come back when we got it to the cow farm, and I'll be back in a bit. Right then guys, back now. Just going to park this down there. Just reverse it down because it's easier to turn around up here than down there. Could have parked on there actually, but I think this will be alright. Yes. Take off the tractor. Leave that on. And make a mixed ration up, I think. It's probably the best bet, in which case this needs to be on the feeder, thinking about it. So yeah, have they tossed much out? I don't know. Leave it there. Draw forward slightly. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll just check them, see what they need. So they're alright for that lot. We'll just try and get rid of more of this, but got a fair bit in here actually. I think we're going to have to do is just tip it here and get rid of it. Oh no, didn't like that. Okay, weird. Right, we'll shift the grain bucket. don't need these tines anymore anyway, so drop them off. I think my best bet for feeding wise is to try and use the muck grab or the grab as often as possible, and that way we can use it to push the spilt or the stuff they've tossed out back in. Try and get in there, but I'm not entirely sure. Be able to get that close. Might have to do. Okay. That's problematic. But then got a collision. Right then, so we'll load up then, I think. I'm not actually sure what the ratio is for 17. Pop it back over here. Ooh, yeah. And then we can get in easy enough. There we go. Right. There. So I think, I know it's not the most interesting, but I think we'll just be, obviously we've already done the bale carting, but we'll just feed up and then that'll probably be the end of the episode, using the hay that we've made. I think it's 2 silage. Could be wrong. I think actually it might say, yeah, just say here. So 20% grass, 50%. Oh no, it doesn't say that. No, it doesn't actually say the ratio. Okay, we'll just put 1 in and see what it says on the box in the tractor. We don't need beacons on anymore, thinking about it. I'll turn them off next time we get in there. So we'll grab some straw from here, because we don't want to be leaving it here any longer than we have to. I really hope those tyres don't have a collision. Yes, they do. This is going to go so well. Fair bit of it, but nevertheless, look at it all. Right, okay, we'll take it as that then. That's full, that's why. I was going to say we'll just put half of that in, but apparently not. Don't need that up. So straw could do being lower, but we haven't got that far yet, so we'll just put the hay in and hopefully that'll lower it down a bit. We'll unstrap it first, obviously. I think we can leave it unstrapped without it glitching. slash hope. Never really know. I think we need 2 of these. Perfect. Well, that's how to do it then. And it's virtually full. Bear that in mind, so it's 1 silage, a grab of straw, which I'm assuming is what equal to a bale. Hopefully, we'll have to find out in the future. Then it's 2 hay. What am I stuck on? Apparently. Hopefully they are feeding. There is a way to change the side. What is it? You. Let's put knock those beacons off. There we go, let's check that. Right, so they're going to need a fair bit of that, but I'll probably do another mix off camera. I think I'll try and get as much of that straw out as I can. Doesn't need to be on anymore. That's quite slurry wise, we probably ought to do slurry on that grass field just behind there before we mow it again, but we'll see about that. Right, we'll just pop this one in, and then that's gonna be the end of that. Well, the end of the feeding, and I'll just push this lot up. It looks like a lot more than it is when you actually put a grab on it, so it's not too much of a concern. Actually, we're going to need this in a second. But yeah, I'll leave it there because it's starting to get on. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another episode. Goodbye.